Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn Unit 3 Supplementary Reader, The First Patient, written by Christopher Victor Burgess. Christopher Victor Burgess is known as C.V. Burgess. C.V. Burgess is a humorous playwright, and his situational humor intensifies the emotions of the characters in the play. His plays usually accommodate with a number of characters. This play also has number of characters. So in this story, 8 men, 8 women, doctor, nurse, girl, a little girl, small boy are the characters. Okay? And see the first page, warm-up questions are given here. Given below is a list of tools and equipment. Associate them with the appropriate profession and complete the table. Here is given the tools and equipments: plow, hammer, oven, thermometer, voltmeter, bird, chisel, seed drill, voltage, detector, cutting boards, stone picker, spatula cultivator, nail puller, wire strippers, framing square, fork, flashlight. So many tools and equipments are given as your answers. Under that, tabular column is given with the profession: farmer, carpenter, electrician, chef. So for you, one example is given to the first and the second column. First column regarding the profession farmer, plow. Second one, carpenter uses hammer. And so you have to find out the answers. The tools is given here. And select the tools and write in the column, each column. Fill up all the boxes and make a tabular column and fill up all the boxes. The answer, correct answer, and write in the notebook and send it to me. Okay. Christopher Victor Burgess. Who is he? Yes, he is a playwright of this humorous story, The First Patient. You are correct. And his famous works are short plays for large classes, Teach Yourself speech training, and Classroom Playhouse, Birds in Action. Okay, children, I would like to introduce the main characters involved in this story. Men, 8 men, 8 women, dentist, little girl, nurse, and a small boy. Let's start the story. Listen carefully. Very humorous, and you can enjoy also. This story is based on the adage, assumption leads to confusion. A number of patients wait at the waiting room of a dentist's clinic, dental clinic. So the entire play is enacted in a dental clinic. So you can see this picture. Everyone is tensed at the thought of extracting a painful tooth. Joe, the first patient, is called in. Carrying a large hammer in hand, the nurse enters there. She gets into the theater. That means operation theater. The usage of the strange tools by the dentist is observed by man 7. Simultaneously, a loud sound of hand moving is heard from the surgery surgery room. As the sound increased, woman 1, Joe's wife, continues to shout at a high pitch. Woman 2 continues to console woman 1. Man 4 tells of a man who has been in the chair for 5 hours continuously. Now, there is a loud screech of metal from the surgery room. Suddenly, woman 1 weeps for man 1, her husband Joe. Woman 2 and woman 3 send courageous words to others characterizing of Mrs. Joe. Woman 8 and her son Morris have a strong will to sit for the doctor. He goes to the table and looks through a pile of magazines and newspaper. The patients get afraid of seeing the nurse entering the surgery room by carrying a large hammer and a large pair of pliers. Instantly, a loud sound of hammering is heard from surgery room. Everyone looks one another in a fear of panic. Woman 1 starts to weep for husband Joe, who is in the surgery room. Man 2 and man 3 exit the waiting room. By then, the nurse enters. She carries a hacksaw, you can see in the picture, with her. Seeing this, woman 1 cries for Joe, hearing the sound of violent sawing from the surgery. Woman 1 tries to dash open the door to meet her Joe. But woman 2 and woman 3 pull her back to the seat. The little boy compels his mother to take him to school. He doesn't have any toothache at all. When the little boy says so, everyone laughs there because of his continuous compelling. His mother took him out by ears and informed him that she would ask his principal to whip him. Among all this turmoil, woman 5 continues showing her holiday photographs to others. Again, there comes a loud hammering from the surgery room. The nurse comes out. Then the dentist shouts, "Do hurry, nurse, or we'll never get this thing shipped." Man 5. By then, man 5 and man 6 want to get out the place, saying that they can't any longer wait there as there is some more to continue with. The exit is criticized by man 7 as they are cowards. The little girl too wants to get off the place and tells her mother that she wanted to avoid school, and so she told her a lie. Over to this, she howls for some more time. Woman 3 says that it is better to be out than to be in. So, woman 3, woman 4, woman 6 exit the waiting room. Again, sawing sound makes woman 1 wail. Among these confusion, woman 5 continues her showing of the holiday photos to others. You can see in this picture. Simultaneously, in one corner, the small boy and the little girl at the table start a fight about a magazine they both want to go through. Woman 8 and woman 7 tries to separate them. Both the boy and the girl accept that they lied about their toothache. By then, the dentist comes out and yells at his own position. Then he too exits. Woman 2, woman 1 and the little girl take their ways out. Man 7 too follows them. All are out except woman 1 and woman 8, woman 5 consoles woman 1 about the pathetic plight of her husband Joe. There comes man 1 from the surgery room. Immediately, woman 1 rushes to her husband, Joe. Joe, are you all right? All that hammering and sawing? Here, man 1 reveals of what has happened inside the surgery room. The dentist has tried his best to force open instrument cabinet, for he has lost the key. Nothing has been done to the tooth of Joe. All the metals like hammer, pliers and the hacksaw have been used to open the tools box. You know the tools box, which the box contains some tools. The woman 1 gets pacified. Her husband wants to come back only in the evening, and so both couldn't get any longer there. So they exit from the operation theatre, from the clinic. To the surprise, now the dentist enters the clinic waving the key in hand. It has been left under the telephone directory. He gets into the surgery room. The only patient, who is she? Woman 5. Even then waiting there, she has been called in by the nurse. Nobody was there. She suspects that the queue has moved very fast, and so she becomes the first patient. Do you understand this? So the last patient Woman 5, one who carries the photographs. She is sitting in the clinic alone. The playwright Christopher Victor Burgess has used unexpected turn of events in the play to create a situation. The unexpected turn of events, along with the wild imagination, add humor to the amusing play. Okay, children, now let us recall the key points of this story. This lesson is based on the adage. Already I told you at the beginning, assumption leads to confusion. The number of patients wait at the waiting room of a dentist clinic. Everyone is tensed at the thought of extracting a painful tooth. Joe, the first patient, is called in. A nurse goes in with a hammer that you might have seen in the video. Everyone is frightened that Joe was being subjected to a lot of hammering. Once the nurse comes out to fetch a pair of pliers and a hacksaw. The loud sawing and screaming from within the room make everyone leave the clinic one by one. Finally, there are only two women in the waiting room. Who are they? Woman 1 and woman 5. And woman 1 is waiting for her husband, Joe, to come out from the operation theatre. One is Joe's wife, and the other is a woman that you know who is showing her photographs to everyone. Joe comes out and informs that he has shifted his appointment to the evening. The dentist has been trying to open his tool cabinet using the hammer. The pliers and the hacksaw only in vain because he kept under the telephone direct. The woman with the photographs is surprised to see the queue has moved quickly as she is the next patient. Okay, dear children, I think you can understand easily. Now I am going to give the questions. Read on your understanding of the play. Answer the following questions in about 3 or 4 sentences each. So here we have 12 questions. Okay, you can write at least 3 to 4 sentences. The first question is, who were the patients waiting for? How did woman 5 spend her time in the waiting hall? Very simple questions, no? How did the other woman react to woman 5? Are children afraid of visiting the dentist? Give reason. What were the strange instruments the nurse carried to the surgery? How did the waiting patients interpret her act? Bring out the people's reaction to the noises from the surgery. Why did they sympathize with the first patient? And why did woman 1 panic more than the others? Woman 5 was not aware of what was happening. Why? How did woman 5 move ahead in the waiting list of patients? Why do patients leave the clinic without meeting the dentist? What had really happened in the dentist room? So, 12 questions are there. You write on your understanding of the play. Thank you, dear children. Thanks for watching, dear students. I hope you would have understood. Now, I already told you I have given the questions. So, write in a notebook neatly with good handwriting and send it to your respective English teachers. Before that, you must get from your parents. That is very important. So get sign from your parents and write neatly, correctly, neatly, legibly, and send it to us. God bless you all.